Stop trying so hard, my dear. The universe can bring you everything without your struggle. You do not have to hold your whole life together with tired hands. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Place one hand gently over your heart. You have been carrying so much inside you, thinking so much, planning so much, checking every little sign, wondering when life will finally open the door. But today, let this truth reach the deepest part of you. You are allowed to stop forcing. You are allowed to breathe before the answer arrives. You are allowed to rest before the problem is solved. You are allowed to feel safe before the blessing is visible. So many times you have believed that if you stop pushing, everything will fall apart. But what if the opposite is true? What if the moment you stop pushing is the moment life finally has space to help you? What if your hands have been so full of control that they could not receive the very good you have been asking for? Breathe. Right here. Nothing to fix. For a moment, do not search for the next step. Do not chase the next sign. Do not ask your mind to solve what your heart is too tired to carry. Let yourself be here. Feel the weight of your body being held by the chair, the bed, the floor, or whatever is beneath you. You are being held right now in a simple way. You do not have to earn that. You do not have to prove anything to be supported by life. I do not have to force my good. I relax, I trust, and I receive. Life knows how to bless me. There is a doorway in front of you, my dear, and for so long you may have been pushing against it with all your strength. You may have thought, if I push harder, the door will open. If I try more, if I think more, if I worry more, if I plan every detail, maybe then life will finally give me what I want. But some doors do not open through force. Some doors open when you stop pressing your body against them and simply turn the handle with peace. That handle is trust. That handle is softness. That handle is the quiet choice to say, I have done what I can do, and now I let life move too. Trying is not wrong. Taking action is not wrong. Wanting a better life is not wrong. Your dreams are not too much. Your desires are not selfish. Your hope is not foolish. But there is a kind of trying that comes from love, and there is a kind of trying that comes from fear. Trying from love feels steady. Trying from fear feels tight. Trying from love gives you energy. Trying from fear takes energy from tomorrow, next week, and next year until your whole body feels tired before the day even begins. You may know that feeling. The small, tight place behind your eyes from thinking too much. The way your chest holds itself as if it is waiting for bad news. The way your stomach tightens when you wonder if you are behind, if you missed your chance, if the thing you want is slipping away. That is not your spirit failing. That is your body asking for peace, softly, gently. Come back. The first gift of this moment is not an answer. It is permission. Permission to stop fighting life. Permission to stop treating every delay like danger. Permission to stop believing that your worth depends on how much you can carry without breaking. You were not created to live in constant pressure. You were not created to chase love, chase peace, chase money, chase approval, chase signs, chase proof, and call that living. You were created to live in relationship with life, to listen, to move, to rest, to receive. You are allowed to stop pushing. You are allowed to stop proving. You are allowed to let life meet you. There is one thing most people misunderstand about surrender. They think surrender means doing nothing. They think it means becoming weak, careless, or passive. But surrender is not giving up on your desire. Surrender is giving up the fear that says you must control every detail for your desire to come safely. Surrender is not closing your eyes to life. It is opening your eyes to the truth that life is larger than your worry. You can still take action. You can still answer the call, send the message, make the plan, care for your body, save the money, learn the lesson, and do the work. But you no longer have to do it with panic in your chest. You no longer have to act as if everything depends on your fear. Fear is not a wise guide. Fear runs in circles. Fear shouts. Fear grabs. Fear tells you that if you are not tense, you are not serious. But peace is also serious. Peace is strong. Peace is clear. Peace knows the next right step without turning your whole life into a battle. Give yourself one full breath where you do not fix anything, just one. Inhale gently. Exhale slowly. Let that be enough for this moment. My dear, the universe does not need you to suffer before it can bless you. Life does not need you to prove your pain. You do not have to be exhausted to be worthy. You do not have to be empty before good comes. Many people have been taught that struggle is the price of receiving. They believe good things must be earned through stress, pain, and endless effort. But love does not work that way. Grace does not work that way. A flower does not pull the sun from the sky. It opens and the light reaches it. There is a softer way to live. Not lazy, not careless. Softer. A way where you still honor your dreams, but you no longer punish yourself while walking toward them. A way where you still care, but you stop carrying what was never yours to control. A way where you wake up and say, "Today I will do what is mine to do, and I will let life do what only life can do." Notice what your body does when it hears the word receive. Maybe part of you softens. Maybe part of you tightens. Maybe you feel hope, and then quickly fear comes in and says, "Do not trust this." That is all right. You do not have to force yourself to believe everything at once. You only have to become willing. Willingness is a small opening, and through a small opening, a great light can enter. I am willing to stop forcing. I am willing to be supported. I am willing to believe that life is helping me now. Many times when you try too hard, you are not really trying to create. You are trying to protect yourself from disappointment. You think, if I control every piece, maybe I will not be hurt. If I think of every outcome, maybe I will not be surprised. If I keep checking, keep worrying, keep asking, keep holding, maybe I will finally feel safe. But worry never gives real safety. Worry only gives you more worry to manage. Real safety begins when you come home to this moment and remember that you have survived so many things you once thought would break you. You have lived through closed doors. You have lived through unanswered prayers. You have lived through nights when your mind would not stop speaking. You have lived through change, loss, waiting, fear, and still here you are, breathing, listening, opening, right here, still worthy. So let this first section be a doorway. You do not need to walk through it perfectly. You only need to stop pushing against it for a little while. Stand before it with open hands. Say to life, I am tired of forcing. I am ready to be guided. I am ready to do my part with peace. I am ready to stop making fear the leader of my life. And when fear says, but what if nothing happens if you stop trying so hard? Place your hand over your heart and answer softly. What if everything begins to happen because I finally stop blocking it with panic? That is the new thought. That is the new doorway. That is the new beginning. You are not being asked to lose your dream. You are being asked to loosen your grip. You are not being asked to stop caring. You are being asked to stop hurting yourself in the name of care. You are not being asked to sit back and wait for life to do everything. You are being asked to move with life instead of against it. There is a great difference, my dear, between walking through a door and trying to break it down. One carries peace, the other leaves you bruised. Today, you do not need to break anything down. You can open, you can soften, you can breathe. You can trust the quiet movement that begins the moment you stop fighting what is already trying to help you. I am safe to soften. I am safe to receive. I do not have to earn love through struggle. Let these words settle into you, not as something you must force yourself to believe, but as something you can gently try on, like a warm coat on a cold day. You do not have to know how everything will work out. You do not have to understand why some things took so long. You do not have to see the full path from here. You only need to take this breath and let it be true enough for now. Life can meet me here. Life can help me now. Life can bring my good in ways I do not have to force. Now, my dear, we go a little deeper into something very important. Trying too hard can sometimes block the very thing you want to receive. Not because effort is bad, not because action is wrong, but because the energy behind your effort matters. When effort comes from peace, it becomes a path. When effort comes from fear, it becomes a wall. You may be doing all the right things on the outside, but if your inside is full of fear, your life can feel heavy and closed. You may be saying affirmations, making plans, taking steps, and still feeling as if nothing is moving. And sometimes the reason is simple. Your hands are open in words, but closed in energy. Your mouth says, "I trust," but your body says, "I am afraid." Your heart says, "I receive," but your mind says, "I must control everything or I will not be safe." This is not something to judge. This is something to notice with love. Notice, breathe, no shame. There is a difference between inspired action and fear action. Inspired action feels clean. It may still take courage, but it does not feel like punishment. It comes with a quiet inner yes. It feels like the next right step, even if the step is small. Fear action feels rushed. It says, "Do it now or you will lose everything." It says, "Send the message again, check again, push again, prove again, worry again." It makes the body tight and the mind noisy. Fear rushes. Love breathes. Fear grabs. Love opens. Fear demands. Love allows. When you try too hard from fear, you send life the signal that you do not believe you are supported. You may not mean to send that signal, but energy speaks. Your body speaks. Your thoughts speak. Your repeated worry speaks. The universe responds not only to what you say, but to what you keep practicing inside yourself. If you keep practicing panic, life feels like pressure. If you begin practice, in trust, life begins to feel more open. Think of yourself like a magnet. A magnet does not run around the room chasing every small piece of metal. It becomes what it is, and what matches it comes near. In the same way, when you become peaceful, steady, and open, you begin to attract life in a different way. You are no longer chasing every sign. You are no longer begging every door to open. You are becoming aligned with what you want to receive. This does not mean you never feel fear. It does not mean you must be perfectly calm every minute. That would be another kind of pressure. It simply means that when fear rises, you do not make it your leader. You listen. You comfort yourself. You return to your center. You ask, what would I do if I believed life was helping me? What step would I take if I did not need to panic? What would change if I trusted that my good was not running away from me? Take 30 seconds before your next decision and ask, am I moving from fear or from peace? 30 seconds. That is enough to begin. Uncurl your fingers. Let your hands rest open on your lap. If your hand is holding your phone, feel its weight. Feel how heavy it can seem when you are waiting for a message an answer, a sign, a result, or proof that someone cares. That small phone can feel like the whole world when your heart is afraid. But your peace cannot live inside a screen. Your worth cannot be decided by a reply. Your future cannot be held hostage by one sign. Bring the power back into your body. Bring the power back into your breath. Bring the power back into this moment. Fear says, if I stop pushing, everything will fall apart. Love says, when you stop pushing, life can finally help you. Fear says, I must control every detail. Love says, you only need to take the next peaceful step. Fear says, I am running out of time. Love says, what is meant for you knows how to arrive. Let these two voices become clear inside you. The voice of fear is often loud. It repeats itself. It tells you that danger is close. It tells you that rest is risky. It tells you that if you are not constantly doing something, you are falling behind. But the voice of love is quieter. It does not shout because it does not need to. It speaks like a hand on your heart. It says, slow down. Listen. You are safe enough to choose from peace. The next part is the one most people skip because it asks you to stop making panic look like devotion. Sometimes you may say, I care so much, and that is why I cannot relax. But caring and panicking are not the same thing. You can care deeply and still breathe. You can want something with your whole heart and still trust the timing of life. You can love someone and still stop chasing. You can dream of something beautiful and still sleep at night. Your panic is not proof of your love. Your worry is not proof of your faith. Your pressure is not proof of your worth. You are allowed to care in a new way, a calm way, a steady way, a way that does not burn you out before the blessing arrives. I release fear effort. I welcome guided action. What is meant for me does not need my panic. Feel those words. Let them move through the places in you that believe struggle is the only way. Maybe you learned long ago that if you wanted anything good, you had to fight for it. Maybe you learned that ease could not be trusted. Maybe you learned that love must be earned by overgiving, overthinking, and over-explaining. Maybe you learned that if you rested, someone would call you weak. But those old lessons do not have to be your life now. You can learn a new lesson. You can learn that peace is powerful. You can learn that calm action is stronger than nervous action. You can learn that waiting does not mean losing. You can learn that receiving does not mean you did nothing. You can learn that when your energy is steady, your steps become wiser. There is a quiet difference between moving forward and running from fear. Moving forward says, I feel guided to take this step. Running from fear says, I must do something, anything, or I will not be safe. Moving forward leaves room for breath. Running from fear steals breath from your body. Moving forward lets you hear your inner voice. Running from fear fills your mind with noise. So before you take the next step, pause. Ask yourself, is this action coming from peace, or am I trying to escape a feeling? Am I following guidance, or am I chasing relief? Am I opening a door, or am I banging on it because I do not trust life? This is not about stopping your life. This is about purifying your energy. It is about letting your actions come from trust instead of pressure. One calm step can do more than 10 fearful steps. One clear word can do more than hours of explaining. One peaceful choice can change the direction of an entire day. Again, open, listen. When your energy becomes calm, you become easier for life to reach. You hear the soft idea. You notice the helpful person. You see the door that is already open. You stop wasting strength on things that are not meant for you. You stop pouring your heart into places that cannot hold it. You stop begging life to bless the path that keeps hurting you, and you become willing to be led somewhere kinder. That is why trying too hard can block receiving. Not because you are being punished, but because fear keeps your eyes on the wrong door. Fear makes you think there is only one way, one person, one chance, one answer, one timeline. Love says, there are many ways. Life is not limited. The universe is not confused. Your good is not trapped behind one locked door. When you stop trying so hard, your mind begins to open. You remember that life has surprised you before. You remember that answers have come in ways you did not plan. You remember that some things you lost became protection. You remember that some delicacy saved you from paths that were too small for the person you were becoming. My dear, your good does not need your panic to find you. It needs your openness. It needs your honesty. It needs your willingness to stop calling fear wisdom. Fear is not always wisdom. Sometimes fear is just an old habit asking to be loved and released. So when fear comes, do not fight it. Fighting fear is still a kind of forcing. Instead, speak to it gently. Say, I see you. I know you are trying to protect me. But we are choosing peace now. We are choosing trust now. We are choosing to let life help us now. This is where your energy begins to change. Not through force, but through kindness. Not through pressure, but through practice. Each time you notice fear and return to love, you are teaching your whole being a new way. You are saying, I can desire without desperation. I can act without panic. I can wait without punishment. I can receive without gripping. I can breathe and still be blessed. I can rest and still be guided. I can soften and still be strong. Think again of the magnet. Its power is not in running after everything. Its power is in being clear about what it is. When you become clear inside, life responds to that clarity. you begin to stop matching confusion. You begin to stop saying yes from fear. You begin to stop holding on to what drains you. Your energy becomes cleaner and your path becomes clearer. This is not something that happens in one perfect moment. It is a gentle, daily return. You may forget and start forcing again. That is all right. You may catch yourself checking, chasing, worrying, or trying to control. That is all right too. The moment you notice, you are already coming back. The moment you breathe, you are already opening. The moment you say, "I choose peace" again, the old pattern begins to lose power. Before the universe can bring you everything, your body must stop believing that life is a threat. Your mind must stop treating every unknown as a danger. Your heart must stop thinking it has to beg to be loved. You are not begging anymore. You are aligning. You are not chasing anymore. You are returning. You are not forcing anymore. You are becoming open enough to receive what has been trying to come in. I release the pressure to make everything happen. I take the next step from peace. I trust that life knows how to reach me. Let that be your new practice. Not to stop living, not to stop dreaming, not to stop caring, but to stop turning every dream into a battlefield. You can love your life without fighting it. You can desire your good without fearing its absence. You can take action with an open hand. And when the old fear comes back and says, "Try harder, push harder, hold tighter," you can answer with a softer power. I will do what is mine to do, and I will let life do the rest. Now we enter a very tender truth. Your body must feel safe before life can flow through you with ease. You can say all the right words, repeat beautiful affirmations, and pray with a sincere heart. But if your body is tight with fear, it may still feel hard to receive. This does not mean you are doing anything wrong. It means your body has been carrying old pressure and it needs gentleness. Your body is like a house, my dear. Every thought you think walks through its rooms. Every fear sits somewhere inside. Every old hurt leaves something behind until love comes in and clears space. If every room in the house is crowded with worry, where will peace sit? If the windows are closed, where will fresh air enter? If the heart room is full of old fear, where will new good rest when it arrives? This is why we begin with the body. Not because the body is the whole story, but because the body is where your story is being felt right now. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your lower belly. Let your breath move slowly. Do not force it to be deep. Just let it be honest. Feel the air moving gently above your collarbones. Feel your chest rise and fall. Feel your belly soften even a little. You do not have to relax perfectly. You only have to send one small message to your body. We are safe in this moment. Slow, safe, held. For 90 seconds, Practice this. Inhale, ease. Exhale, control. Inhale, ease. Exhale, control. Inhale, ease. Exhale, control. You do not have to count perfectly. You do not have to do it like anyone else. Just give your body a little proof that it does not have to stay ready for danger all the time. Let the body know it is safe. Let the heart know it is held. Let the mind know it can rest. So many people try to manifest from a tired body. They try to receive from a tense chest. They try to believe from a mind that has not slept in peace. Then they wonder why their affirmations feel far away. But your body is not an enemy to your dreams. Your body is the place where your dreams must feel welcome. If good arrives, but your body thinks good is unsafe, you may push it away without knowing why. Have you ever received a kind word and quickly rejected it? Someone says something loving, and you say, "No, no, it was nothing." Someone offers help, and you say, "I am fine," even when you are not fine. An opportunity comes, and instead of opening, your body tightens. A blessing appears, and your mind begins looking for what could go wrong. That is not because you are ungrateful. It is because receiving may not feel familiar yet. The body often trusts what is familiar, not what is good. If stress has been familiar, calm may feel strange. If chasing has been familiar, being chosen may feel strange. If struggling has been familiar, ease may feel strange. If being overlooked has been familiar, support may feel strange. But strange does not mean wrong. Sometimes strange means new. Sometimes strange means healing. Sometimes strange means you are entering a room in your own house that has been closed for a long time. Now I want you to notice something very small but very powerful. When you soften your jaw, your mind often softens too. When you drop your shoulders, your heart has more room. When you open your hands, something inside you receives the message that you are no longer fighting life. These small things matter. They are not small to the soul. They are signals of safety. Your body listens to what you repeat. If you repeat pressure, the body prepares for pressure. If you repeat worry, the body prepares for worry. If you repeat, "I am safe, I am held, I can breathe," the body slowly begins to believe that a new life is possible. Not all at once, not through force, but little by little, like light entering a room at dawn. My body is safe now. My heart can open now. Good can reach me now. Let those words be simple. Do not make them hard. Do not ask yourself if you believe them fully. Just let them touch you. Let them sit beside you. Let them become a gentle visitor in the house of your body. There may be places inside you that still feel tight. That is all right. You do not need to push them open. Forcing yourself to relax is still forcing. Instead, bring kindness to the tight places. If your chest feels heavy, say, "I hear you." If your stomach feels tense, say, "Thank you for trying to protect me." If your throat feels closed, say, "You do not have to speak before you are ready." If your eyes feel tired, say, "You have been watching for danger for too long." You can rest now. This is how you become safe from the inside. Not by fighting yourself, but by becoming a loving presence to yourself. The old way says, "Why am I like this? Why can I not just trust? Why am I still afraid?" The new way says, "Of course part of me is afraid. I have carried so much, and still I can choose one soft breath. Still I can open one small window. Still I can make one quiet room inside me where peace is welcome." There is a reason your blessings feel far away when your body feels unsafe. A body in fear looks for danger before it looks for good. A body in fear can stand in a garden and only notice the thorns. A body in fear can receive love and search for the moment it will leave. A body in fear can hear a kind truth and reject it because pain feels more familiar. This is why we do not shame the body. We teach it gently again with love. Your body is not blocking you on purpose. It is asking for proof that the new good will not hurt you. It is asking for patience. It is asking for daily care. It is asking you not to shout affirmations at it while still living in pressure. It is asking you to slow down enough for the words to become real. So when you say, "The universe can bring me everything," let your shoulders hear it. Let your breath hear it. Let your stomach hear it. Let your hands hear it. Let your heart hear it. Do not only speak to the sky, speak to the body that has carried you through every season of your life. Dear body, you do not have to live in fear today. Dear heart, you do not have to close today. Dear mind, you do not have to solve everything today. You can make your body a home for good. You can clear a little space inside. Perhaps the first room you clear is your breath, then your shoulders, then your hands, then your heart. You do not have to clean the whole house in one day. You do not have to heal every old belief before life can bless you. You only have to begin making space. One breath is space. One open hand is space. One kind thought is space. One moment of rest is space. And life can enter through space. My dear, this is why rest is not a waste. Rest tells the body that it is not being chased. Rest tells the mind that it is not alone. Rest tells the heart that it does not have to earn love by being useful every minute. In a world that often praises stress, rest becomes a sacred act. It says, I trust life enough to stop for a moment. I trust my good enough to not chase it every second. I trust myself enough to listen when I am tired. If you have been pushing your body too hard, speak to it with love now. Say, "Forgive me for treating you like a machine. Forgive me for ignoring your signals. Forgive me for making you carry fear that belonged to the past." We are learning a new way now. We are learning to receive. We are learning that peace can be safe. There is nothing weak about this. It takes courage to soften when you have lived in tension. It takes courage to open when you have been hurt. It takes courage to rest when your old mind says you must keep proving. But you are ready for a different kind of courage now. Not the courage that fights every moment, the courage that trusts, the courage that breathes, the courage that lets love enter without asking it to pass 1,000 tests. The body does not need a grand speech. It needs simple, repeated safety. I am here. I am safe enough for this breath. I can soften one little place inside me. I can let good come closer. Let your throat soften before you speak any affirmation. Let the words come from a warm place, not a forced place. If the affirmation feels too big, make it smaller. Instead of saying, "I fully trust everything," say, "I am willing to trust this breath." Instead of saying, "I receive everything now," say, "I am learning to receive." Instead of saying, "I am never afraid," say, "Even with fear, I am safe to open." Simple words can open deep doors. I am learning to receive. I am learning to trust. I am learning to let life be kind to me. Feel how gentle that is. There is no pressure in it. There is no demand to become perfect today. There is only a path, a soft path, a human path, a loving path. Once your body softens, you can begin to trust what you cannot yet see. You can stop needing proof every minute. You can stop asking the world to calm you while you continue speaking fear to yourself. You can become the place where peace begins. And when peace begins inside you, the outside world no longer has to work so hard to convince you that you are safe. This is where flow starts, not in a faraway place, not after everything is fixed, not after every desire arrives. Flow starts when your body stops fighting this moment. Flow starts when your breath becomes a bridge between fear and trust. Flow starts when your hands open, even slightly, and your heart says, "Maybe I do not have to hold this so tightly anymore." There is a room inside you that is ready for peace. There is a room inside you that is ready for love. There is a room inside you that is ready for the good you have been asking for. And today, you are opening the door to that room. Not with force, not with pressure, not by trying so hard, but by becoming safe enough to receive. There is something moving for you, even if your eyes cannot see it yet. Life is not still just because the result has not appeared. The universe is not silent just because your mind has not received the proof it wants. Beneath the surface of your life, beneath the waiting, beneath the quiet, beneath the questions you carry in your heart, something is being prepared. Breathe into that. Something is moving. Something is forming. Something is finding its way to you. My dear, this is one of the hardest places to trust. It is easy to believe when the door is open. It is easy to smile when the answer has arrived. It is easy to say life is good when the blessing is already in your hands. But real trust begins before the proof. Real trust begins when the room is quiet, when the message has not come, when the path is not clear, when your heart is asking, is anything happening at all? Yes, something is happening. It may not be loud. It may not look dramatic. It may not come with a sign big enough for your mind to relax at once. But life often begins its greatest work in hidden places. A seed does not show its first growth above the soil. It begins below. It opens in the dark. It sends roots into places no one can see. If you looked at the ground too soon, you might think nothing was happening. But under the soil, life is already moving. You are like that seed in this season. Some part of you is growing below the surface. Some part of your life is forming roots before it forms flowers. Some prayer is gathering strength. Some answer is moving through unseen roads. Some blessing is being shaped in a way your mind could not plan. So do not dig up the seed just because you are afraid it is not growing. Wait. Trust. Growing. When you keep checking, worrying, forcing, and asking why nothing has changed yet, it is like pulling the seed out of the soil again and again to see if it has roots. The checking feels like safety, but it disturbs the growth. The worry feels like care, but it steals peace from the process. The forcing feels like action, but sometimes it pulls you away from the quiet place where life is doing its work. This does not mean you stop living. It means you stop disturbing your own peace every time the outside has not changed yet. It means you stop using delay as proof that nothing is happening. It means you stop calling the hidden season empty. The hidden season is not empty. It is holy. It is the place where life prepares what you asked for and prepares you to receive it. Something is moving beneath the surface. Something is healing beneath the fear. Something is growing where you cannot see. Let your breath move down into your belly like roots moving into warm soil. Let the body become heavy in a peaceful way. Let your shoulders loosen. Let your hands open. Imagine that your breath is going deeper than your worry. Imagine it reaching the quiet ground inside you, the place that does not need proof every minute. For 3 minutes each day, stop asking how and simply say, I trust the growth I cannot see. Not as a hard rule, not as pressure, just as a gentle practice. 3 minutes where you do not try to solve the whole life. 3 minutes where you do not ask, when will it come? How will it come? What if it does not come? 3 minutes where you place your fear down and let trust sit beside you. I trust what is growing in silence. I do not disturb my good with doubt. Life is working for me now. You may not know how close something is. That is why panic is not a good guide. Panic looks at the empty branch and says, there is no fruit. But wisdom knows the tree is not dead just because it is not harvest time. Panic looks at the quiet path and says, I have been forgotten. But wisdom knows some roads are being cleared before you walk them. Panic looks at silence and says, nothing is happening. But wisdom knows silence can be full of movement. Think of the quiet warmth of a cup you forgot to drink because your mind was busy. Maybe it sat beside you while you were thinking, worrying, planning, or waiting. The warmth was there, but your attention was somewhere else. So much good can be near you while your mind is far away. So many small signs of support can be present while your fear is looking only for the one answer it demands. That is why trust brings you back. Trust says, come here, come back to this breath, come back to this room, come back to this moment. There is support here too. There is life here too. There is proof here too, if you are gentle enough to notice it. Before we continue, there is something tender you must remember about timing. Life is not late just because it is not moving at the speed of your fear. Fear is always in a hurry. Fear wants the whole map now. Fear wants every answer before it lets you rest. But life does not grow by fear's clock. Life grows by truth. Life grows by readiness. Life grows in quiet steps that may not make sense until later. And yes, waiting can hurt. Let us be honest about that. Waiting can feel heavy in the chest. Waiting can make you question yourself. Waiting can make you look at other people and wonder why their doors opened sooner. Waiting can make you feel as if life is passing you by. But my dear, your path is not behind someone else's path. Your flower does not bloom late because another flower opened sooner. It blooms when its own roots are ready. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not outside the love of life. Sometimes the universe protects you by slowing something down. Sometimes it prepares you by giving you time to become more steady. Sometimes it keeps something away because it would have been too small, too heavy, or too soon for who you are becoming. Sometimes what looks like delay is really mercy. Sometimes what looks like silence is really life arranging things in a way that will not break you when they arrive. There may be a blessing you once begged for that now, with time, you can see would not have been right for you. There may be a door that hurt when it closed, but later you understood it was not your door. There may be a person, place, plan, or dream that did not stay, and at first you thought life was taking from you. But later, maybe softly, maybe slowly, you saw that life was making room. That is why you can stop trying to force what does not open in peace. You can still honor your desire, but you do not have to break your spirit trying to control the way it comes. What is truly for you can reach you through paths you do not yet see. Your mind may only know one road. The universe knows many. Right here, say to yourself, I trust the unseen path. I trust the quiet work of life. I trust that my good knows how to find me. The hidden season asks for a different kind of strength. Not the strength of pushing, not the strength of proving, not the strength of holding your breath until something changes. It asks for the strength to stay open when nothing has appeared yet. It asks for the strength to bless the soil before the flower comes. It asks for the strength to be kind to yourself while you are still becoming. This is where many people give up, just before life begins to show them proof. They start to believe the silence. They start to believe the fear. They say, maybe it is not for me. Maybe I asked for too much. Maybe life has forgotten me. Then they close their heart, not because the blessing was not coming, but because they became tired of trusting. So let us give your tired heart a softer way to trust. You do not need to trust the next 10 years. You do not need to trust every unknown at once. You do not need to feel strong every minute. You only need to trust this breath. You only need to trust this one small step. You only need to say, even though I cannot see the full garden, I believe something good can grow here. Maybe this season is not here to punish you. Maybe this season is here to root you. Maybe this season is empty. Maybe this season is preparing a harvest your old self could not have held. Let those words be simple. Let them be human. Let them be gentle enough to enter you. You may have asked life for love, but first life is teaching you to love yourself when no one is clapping. You may have asked for money, but first life is teaching you to feel safe enough to receive without fear. You may have asked for peace, but first life is showing you the places where you keep choosing worry. You may have asked for a new beginning, but first life is helping you release the old story that says struggle is the only way. The unseen work is not against you. It is for you. It is shaping the inner place where your blessing will land. Because when good comes, you want to be able to hold it with peace, not fear. You want to receive it without waiting for it to disappear. You want to let it stay without feeling unworthy. You want to enjoy it without thinking you must earn it again every morning. That is why this quiet season matters. Breathe. Let the roots grow. Let life work. You do not have to pull the sun into the sky. Morning comes because it is time. You do not have to force the seed open with your hands. It opens because life within it knows what to do. You do not have to chase every blessing until you are empty. You can become steady. You can become open. You can become ready. And when your mind asks, "But how will it happen?" answer gently, "I do not need to know every how." When your fear asks, "But when will it happen?" answer gently, "I do not need to know every when." When your old habit says, "Try harder, hold tighter, push more," answer gently, "I choose trust over pressure now. I trust the growth I cannot see. I bless the quiet work of life. I am being prepared for good." This is not blind hope. This is a living relationship with life. It is the choice to stop treating every unknown like an enemy. It is the choice to believe that even in silence, love can be active. It is the choice to remember that roots are real before flowers are visible. So be patient with the parts of your life still under the soil. Be patient with the prayer that has not yet taken shape. Be patient with the version of you that is still learning to feel safe with ease. You are not doing nothing. You are becoming. You are not standing still. You are rooting. You are not forgotten. You are being guided through a season that may one day make more sense than it does right now. And as you trust the unseen, you begin to stop chasing what is already yours. What belongs to you does not need to be hunted down with panic. What is truly aligned with your soul does not require you to lose yourself in order to keep it. What is meant for your life can meet you in peace. It may ask you to grow. It may ask you to take a step. It may ask you to be honest, brave, and open. But it will not ask you to abandon your own heart. My dear, chasing often begins with the belief that good can be stolen from you. You think, "If I do not hurry, I will miss it. If I do not hold tightly, it will leave. If I do not prove enough, I will not be chosen. If I do not keep pushing, someone else will receive what was meant for me." But this is fear speaking. Fear believes life has only one door, one chance, one person, one path, one small piece of good. Love knows life is larger than that. Feel your back supported now. Let your chest stop leaning forward into tomorrow. Many people do not notice how their body chases before their feet ever move. The chest leans forward, the breath becomes short, the mind runs ahead, the heart begins to reach for something that has not even left. Let your body come back. Let your spine rest. Let your heart return to the place where you are. Return. Enough. Peace. You do not chase love. You do not chase peace. You do not chase your good. You become ready to receive it. This does not mean you never take action. It means you do not act from the fear that you are empty without the thing you want. There is a great difference between reaching from wholeness and chasing from lack. Reaching from wholeness says, I honor this desire and I take a peaceful step. Chasing from lack says, I am nothing unless this happens. Reaching from wholeness leaves your dignity intact. Chasing from lack makes you forget your worth. Before you send the message, make the call, refresh the page, check again, explain again, or try to force a response. Take 5 soft breaths. Let those breaths become a small space between fear and action. 1 breath to return to your body. 1 breath to remember your worth. 1 breath to ask, is this guided or is this panic? 1 breath to soften your hands. 1 breath to choose peace. 5 soft breaths. That is all. A small doorway back to yourself. There is an ache many people carry between the shoulder blades from carrying too much alone. It is the ache of trying to hold life together from the back of the body, as if you are always bracing, always ready, always prepared for something to go wrong. Let that place soften now. You do not have to carry what life is able to carry with you. You do not have to hold every outcome on your back. You do not have to be the only strength in your world. Worry says, I must make it happen now. Trust says, what is for me can meet me in peace. Worry says, if I rest, I will miss it. Trust says, rest helps me hear the right step. Worry says, I have to hold on tighter. Trust says, open hands can receive more than closed fists. Let those voices become clear. The voice of worry may feel familiar because it has been with you for a long time. It may have helped you survive difficult seasons. It may have tried to protect you when you did not feel supported. Do not hate that voice, but do not let it lead your whole life. Thank it for trying to protect you, and then choose trust chasing can push away what trust would invite. This is a gentle truth, but it is a strong one. When you chase, your energy says, I do not believe this can come naturally. I do not believe I am worthy unless I fight. I do not believe life can meet me unless I force it. That energy can make you tired, and it can make the thing you want feel heavy too. But when you trust, your energy says, I am open, I am available, I am willing. I take the next step, but I do not lose myself in the process. What belongs to you can find you. You do not have to chase your blessing. You return to peace, and peace guides you. There is a quiet power in letting something come to you in the right way. Not every silence needs to be filled. Not every delay needs to be attacked. Not every closed door needs to be kicked open. Sometimes the door is closed because it is not your door. Sometimes the answer is slow because it is still becoming. Sometimes the person is not responding because life is showing you where your energy has been tied. Sometimes what you are chasing is not the blessing itself, but the feeling you hope it will give you. Ask gently, what am I really chasing? Am I chasing love? Or am I chasing the feeling that I am enough? Am I chasing money? Or am I chasing the feeling that I am safe? Am I chasing success? Or am I chasing the feeling that I matter? Am I chasing approval? Or am I chasing permission to love myself? When you understand the feeling beneath the desire, you can begin to give yourself some of that feeling now. Not all of it, not perfectly, but enough to stop running from your own emptiness. You can tell yourself, I am enough while love is finding me. I am safe while money is growing. I matter while success is forming. I approve of myself while the world is still learning how to see me. This is how chasing begins to end. You stop making your peace wait outside of you. You stop saying, I will breathe when they answer. I will relax when the money comes. I will feel worthy when the door opens. I will love myself when life finally proves I can. No, my dear, you begin here. You begin now. You give yourself one small piece of peace before the outer thing arrives. That peace becomes the path. Now we are coming to the soft center of this teaching. What is yours is not only about what arrives. It is also about who you become while it is arriving. If you become fearful, bitter, tired, and closed while trying to get your good, then the journey has taken too much from you. But if you become calmer, kinder, more open, more honest, and more trusting, then even before the blessing arrives, you are already living in a new way. Your good is not only the result. Your good is also the peace you learn on the way. You can want the relationship and still stop chasing a person who cannot meet you with care. You can want success and still stop punishing yourself every day. You can want money and still stop speaking to yourself as if you are failing. You see and want healing and still stop hating the parts of you that need time. You can want a sign and still stop making your whole mood depend on whether one appears today. This is freedom. This is self-respect. This is trust. When you stop chasing, space opens. In that space, your own voice becomes easier to hear. You may notice what you truly want, not only what fear told you to grab. You may notice that some things you were chasing did not feel peaceful even in your imagination. You may notice that what you called desire was sometimes anxiety wearing a beautiful mask. You may notice that life has been gently trying to turn you towards something better, but you were too focused on one closed door to see the open path nearby. This is why returning to center matters. When you are centered, you do not confuse intensity with truth. You do not confuse longing with guidance. You do not confuse fear with love. You can want something deeply and still ask, does this honor my soul? Does this bring peace to my body? Does this allow me to stay kind to myself? Does this feel like love, or does it feel like losing myself? My dear, what is truly for you will not require you to become a stranger to your own heart. It may stretch you, yes. It may challenge old beliefs. It may ask for courage. But it will not demand that you live in constant fear. It will not demand that you beg. It will not demand that you shrink. A true blessing makes room for your soul to breathe. The next step is to become open and receptive, not only in words, but in energy. But before we move there, let this truth land deeply. You can stop running after what life is able to bring. You can stop making your worth depend on who chooses you, what arrives, or when the result becomes visible. You can stop treating your desire like a wild thing that will escape if you loosen your grip. If it is truly yours, peace will not make it leave. If it is truly yours, rest will not ruin it. If it is truly yours, your trust will not push it away. And if something does leave when you stop chasing, then perhaps it was only staying because your fear was feeding it. Perhaps life is clearing space. Perhaps your hands are being emptied so they can hold something kinder. Perhaps the universe is not taking from you, but making room for what can meet you without making you suffer for it. That is a hard truth sometimes, but it is also a loving truth. Because you deserve good that does not require you to live in panic. You deserve love that can meet you in peace. You deserve money that does not cost your health. You deserve success that does not steal your soul. You deserve healing that does not ask you to hate yourself first. So come back now. Back to the breath. Back to the body. Back to the quiet place inside you that knows chasing is not the same as receiving. Say softly, I stop chasing what is already mine. I let life meet me in peace. I trust that my good can find me. Let the words become a soften, chore in calm water. You are the boat, and life is not asking you to rock yourself with fear. Let the water hold you. Let the anchor bring you back. Let the wind move when it is time. You do not have to row all night against the current just to prove you care about the shore. Rest for a breath. Open your hands. Let what is for you come in the way that does not break you. To receive, you must open. Not just your hands, but your heart. Not just your words, but your energy. You can ask life for blessings every day, but if your inner window is closed, the light cannot fully enter. The good may be near, the support may be near, the answer may be near, but openness is what lets it come in. Imagine a quiet room with the curtains drawn. Outside, the morning light is already there. It is not angry. It is not waiting to punish the room. It is simply shining. But the room remains dim until the window opens. In the same way, life may already be offering more love, more help, more peace, more guidance, and more good than you have allowed yourself to receive. The light is not missing. The opening is the practice. Turn your palms upward even slightly, as if your hands are learning how to receive. Feel the soft feeling of open palms resting on your knees. This simple act sends a message through the body. I am not fighting right now. I am not grabbing right now. I am available. Yes. Receive. Let it in. Many people ask for good and then push it away when it comes. A compliment comes and they reject it. Help comes and they say, "No, I can do it alone." Love comes and they search for the danger in it. Money comes and they feel guilty. Rest comes and they feel lazy. An open door comes and they wonder if they deserve it. This is not because they do not want good. It is because good may not feel safe yet. There is a reason receiving can feel uncomfortable at first. If you have spent years giving more than you receive, receiving may feel strange. If you learned that your value came from being useful, being supported may feel wrong. If you learned not to ask for too much, abundance may feel like guilt. If you learn to expect disappointment, peace may feel suspicious. So when good comes close, the old mind may say, "Do not trust it. Do not let it in. Do not believe this can stay." But you can teach the mind something new. You can teach the heart that receiving is safe. You can teach the body that good does not have to be followed by loss. You can teach your life that you are no longer rejecting the very blessings you prayed for. I am open and receptive to good. I allow life to bless me in gentle ways. I receive without guilt. Say this 3 times today. I am open and receptive to good. Let it be simple. Say it while your hands are open. Say it before you begin your work. Say it when help appears. Say it when fear tries to close your heart. Say it when the old belief says, "Not me, not now, not this much." Answer with the love, "Yes, me, yes now. Yes, I am learning to receive." Being open does not mean you accept everything. It does not mean you ignore your wisdom. It does not mean every person, offer, or opportunity is right for you. Openness is not the same as having no boundaries. True openness is a clear heart, not a careless heart. You can be open to good and still say no to what does not feel loving. You can be receptive and still be wise. You can allow support and still honor your inner voice. In fact, the more open you become to true good, the easier it becomes to feel what is not good for you. When your heart is closed, everything feels confusing. Fear and guidance sound the same. Need and love feel mixed together. But when you soften, breathe, and return to trust, your inner knowing becomes clearer. You can say, "This feels peaceful. This feels forced. This feels kind. This feels heavy. This feels like a blessing. This feels like a lesson I do not need to repeat." Openness brings clarity. Openness brings breath. Openness brings space. My dear, you may have asked for everything while still believing you should only receive a little. You may have asked for love while believing you were hard to love. You may have asked for money while believing money does not stay with you. You may have asked for peace while believing peace belongs to other people. You may have asked for support while still acting as if you must do everything alone. This is not failure. This is the place where healing begins. Now pause here, because this one small practice can change the way your whole day feels. When something good comes today, do not rush to push it away. If someone says something kind, breathe and say, "Thank you." If someone offers help, pause before you refuse. If a small moment of beauty appears, let yourself enjoy it without searching for what is wrong. If a door opens, do not immediately explain why you are not ready. Give yourself a moment to receive. One moment, one yes, one open window. The universe does not need your life to be perfect before it blesses you. Good can come while you are still learning. Love can come while your heart is still tender. Money can come while you are still healing your fear around it. Peace can come in the middle of an unfinished day. You do not have to become a perfect person to receive. You only have to become a willing person. I open to help. I open to love. I open to money. I open to peace. I open to the good I once pushed away. Let this not become another task you use to judge yourself. Do not say, "I am not open enough." Do not turn receiving into pressure. Just notice when you close and gently open again. Notice when you reject kindness and gently practice receiving. Notice when guilt rises and gently remind yourself, "My good does not take good away from anyone else." Notice when fear says, "This will not last," and gently say, "I am seen." If to enjoy what is here now, there is enough light, there is enough love, there is enough good. Receiving does not make you selfish. Receiving fills the inner cup. When your cup is empty, giving can become resentment. When your cup is full, giving becomes joy. When you allow life to support you, you stop needing to give from pain. You begin to give from overflow. You begin to bless others without abandoning yourself. You begin to love without begging to be loved back. You begin to serve without disappearing. This is a very deep part of the teaching. Many gentle hearts are afraid to receive because they think receiving means taking. But receiving is not taking. Receiving is allowing the flow of life to move in both directions. Breath comes in, breath goes out. The tide comes in, the tide goes out. The heart receives blood, the heart sends blood. Life is made of giving and receiving. When you refuse to receive, you stop the flow. When you open, the flow becomes natural again. You are part of life. So you are allowed to receive from life. You are not outside the circle of good. You are not here only to give until you are empty. You are allowed to be blessed too. If these words are helping your heart soften, you may leave one simple line below. I am open to receive. Let it be less of a comment and more of a promise to your own life. Now bring your attention back to your open hands. Notice if your palms still feel open or if they have closed without you knowing. There is no wrong answer. Just notice. The body often shows us what the heart is learning. If your hands have closed, open them again gently, not as a command, as an invitation. Good may come in ways that are quiet at first. A peaceful thought, a kind message, a small idea, a chance to rest, a discount, a helpful stranger, a memory that guides you, a sudden feeling that you are not alone. Do not reject the small good because you are waiting for the huge good. The small good is part of the path. It teaches your heart to recognize support. It builds trust. It opens the window wider. When you bless the small good, you become more ready for the larger good. When you say thank you for the little signs of care, your mind begins to look for more care. When you receive a small kindness without guilt, your body learns that kindness is safe. When you let yourself enjoy one peaceful minute, your nervous system learns that peace can live in you. So begin where you are. Begin small. Begin honestly. Open to the good that is already trying to reach you. You may say, but I have been disappointed before. I opened my heart before and it hurt. I trusted before and things did not happen the way I hoped. Yes, my dear, that may be true, and we honor that. We do not pretend pain never happened, but closing forever does not protect you from pain. It also protects you from joy. It protects you from love. It protects you from the new life trying to enter. This does not mean you open without wisdom. It means you let healing teach you how to open differently, slowly, clearly, with self-respect, with boundaries, with a heart that listens. You do not have to throw every window open at once. You can open one. You can let in a little light. You can stand near the warmth and learn that not every new thing is here to hurt you. I am safe to receive slowly. I am safe to let life be kind. I am safe to welcome good in a way that honors my heart. The next part is where receiving becomes real because it asks you to trust timing instead of forcing proof. But for now, stay with this opening. Stay with the feeling of your palms. Stay with the idea that your life does not need to be pushed open with fear. It can be opened with trust. It can be opened with simple yeses. It can be opened by letting the light in one room at a time. You do not have to force the sun to shine. You only open the window. You do not have to force love to exist. You only stop arguing with your worth. You do not have to force good to be possible. You only stop closing the door each time it comes near. Say it softly now. I am open to receive. I am open to gentle blessings. I am open to the good life wants to bring me. Let those words move through the house of your body. Let them open a window in the mind. Let them bring fresh air into the heart. Let them touch the places that have been afraid to hope. You are not being asked to believe in a hard way. You are being invited to open in a soft way. And as you open, the universe has more room to move. Let divine timing do its work, my dear. You do not have to rush what life is carefully arranging. You do not have to pull tomorrow into today. You do not have to stand at the door of your future, knocking until your hands hurt, begging it to open before it is ready. There is a time for planting. There is a time for waiting. There is a time for opening. And there is a time when the blessing that seemed so far away suddenly stands before you, and you understand why it could not come one moment sooner. Breathe into that. Not late, not forgotten, not behind, being prepared. There is a quiet pressure that comes when your heart wants something deeply and it has not arrived yet. You may begin to wonder if you did something wrong. You may ask why other people seem to move faster. You may feel as if life is passing you by while you are still standing in the same place. But divine timing is not a punishment. It is not life ignoring you. It is not the universe saying you are not worthy. Divine timing is life moving with a wisdom your worried mind cannot always see. Let your feet press gently into the ground as if life is showing you the next step. You do not need the whole staircase right now. You only need the step beneath your feet. Feel the quiet pressure of your feet touching the floor. Feel how simple that is. You are here. You are held. You are not floating without support. The ground is meeting you right now, step by step, breath by breath. This is how life often leads you. Not by showing the whole road at once, but by giving you one clear step when it is time. I trust the timing of my life. I do not rush what love is arranging. My good arrives in the right way and at the right time. The waiting season is not a wasted season. It may feel empty because you cannot yet see the result, but so much can happen inside a waiting season. Your heart becomes softer. Your wisdom becomes deeper. Your desire becomes clearer. Your old fears rise to be healed. Your body learns how to feel safe with peace. Your mind learns that it does not have to control every detail. Your spirit learns to listen. If everything you wanted arrived before you were ready, it might not feel like a blessing. It might feel too big, too fast, too strange, or too hard to hold. Sometimes life waits because your inner world is still becoming steady enough to receive the outer gift. Sometimes life slows the door because the room behind it is still being prepared. Sometimes the delay is not against you. It is protecting the blessing, and it is protecting you. This is hard for the mind to accept because the mind likes proof. The mind says, "Show me now, tell me now. Give me the date, the time, the method, the reason, the sign." But the soul knows something quieter. The soul knows that not everything sacred can be rushed. The soul knows that if a flower is forced open too soon, it loses its natural beauty. The soul knows that a bridge is crossed one step at a time. Step. Now. Enough. Each morning, take 2 minutes and ask only for the next peaceful step, not the next 10 steps, not the full answer, not the whole plan, just the next peaceful step. Maybe the next peaceful step is to rest. Maybe it is to make one call. Maybe it is to stop checking. Maybe it is to drink water. Maybe it is to forgive yourself for not knowing yet. Maybe it is to say no. Maybe it is to say yes. Maybe it is to sit quietly and let your heart settle before you move. 2 minutes. That is not too much. That is a doorway back to trust. When you ask for only the next step, you stop fighting the whole unknown at once. You make life simple again. You come back from the heavy future and stand in the living present. This is where guidance becomes easier to hear. This is where peace can touch you. This is where the universe can speak without being drowned out by your fear. My dear, the full bridge may not appear before you begin walking. Sometimes life only lights the next stone. And when you step onto that stone, the next one appears. This is not because life is cruel. It is because life is teaching you trust. If you could see every step at once, you might try to control all of them. You might run ahead. You might change the path from fear. You might miss the lessons hidden in the present. So life shows you enough for not. How enough light for this step, enough strength for this day, enough breath for this moment. And that is not small. That is grace. This is the part your tired mind may resist, but your soul already understands. You are not in charge of the whole timing of life. You are in relationship with it. You do your part. You show up. You listen. You choose loving thoughts. You take kind action. You open your heart. You release what is heavy. You keep your hands ready. And then you allow life to do what only life can do. You cannot force the right person to become ready. You cannot force an opportunity to appear before its season. You cannot force your body to heal by hating it. You cannot force money to feel safe by speaking fear over it every day. You cannot force peace by fighting every thought. Some things open when they are ready. Some things come when your energy can hold them. Some things arrive when the path has been cleared in ways you could not see. This is why trust is not weakness. Trust is strength with open hands. Trust says, I will not use fear to rush what love is building. Trust says, I will not call myself forgotten just because I cannot see the answer yet. Trust says, I can be faithful to my life even in the quiet. I am not late. I am not forgotten. I am being prepared for what is prepared for me. Let those words touch the place in you that compares. The part that looks around and says, why not me yet? The part that feels pain when others seem to receive what you are still praying for. That part does not need shame. It needs love. It needs to hear that someone else's blessing does not take yours away. Someone else's timing does not judge yours. Someone else's open door does not close your door. There is room in life for you too. There is good with your name on it. There is a path made in a way that fits your soul. You can bless another person's harvest and still trust your own seed. You can celebrate someone else's open door and still know your door is being prepared. You can watch life be kind to others and say, life can be kind to me too. Not with jealousy, not with fear, with faith. Divine timing asks you to stop using the outside world as proof that you are behind. You do not know the full story of anyone else's path. You do not know what they carried. You do not know what they lost. You do not know what their soul came here to learn. And they do not know yours. Your path is sacred because it is yours. It does not need to look like anyone else's to be blessed. So when the old fear says, hurry, answer with peace. When it says, you are losing time, answer with truth. When it says, nothing is happening, answer with trust. Say, life is moving even here. Life is guiding even now. Life is not late. I am not late. My good can arrive in perfect order. Now we must look at the energy underneath your effort, because timing and energy are closely connected. When your energy is tight, you try to force the timing. When your energy is calm, you can hear the timing. You begin to feel when to move and when to wait. You begin to sense when a door is truly closed and when it simply needs time. You begin to stop confusing delay with rejection. There is peace in knowing that you do not have to push the river of life. You do not have to command every wave. You do not have to pull every future event into the present just to feel safe. You can stand on the bridge of today and trust that tomorrow will meet you when you arrive. For now, ask only for the next peaceful step. For now, breathe. For now, trust the timing. What is for you does not need to come through panic. What is for you can arrive through peace. And when it arrives through peace, you will be able to hold it with a calm heart, not a fearful one. That is the beauty of divine timing. It does not only bring the blessing, it helps you become someone who can receive the blessing without losing yourself. Your energy speaks louder than effort, my dear. Life feels the truth behind your words. The universe listens not only to what you say, but to what you keep feeling, choosing, and practicing inside yourself. You may say, "I trust," but if your whole body is tight with fear, the message becomes mixed. You may say, "I am ready," but if a part of you still believes good is unsafe, your energy may close the door before your hands can open it. This is not something to judge. This is something to understand. Once you understand it, you can begin to change it gently. Listen, feel, align. Think of your energy like a sound moving from inside you into the world. When the sound is full of panic, life around you may feel sharp and confusing. When the sound is full of trust, life begins to feel softer and clearer. This does not mean every problem disappears at once. It means you stop meeting life from a place of inner war. You stop making fear the song your whole body sings. Let your throat soften before you speak the next affirmation. Let your words come from your heart, not from panic. You do not have to shout at the universe. You do not have to repeat words with a tight chest and hope they force reality to change. You can speak softly, honestly, with warmth. A calm word has power. A loving word has power. A word that comes from peace can move through your body like medicine. Before repeating any affirmation, take one breath and let the words come from the heart, not the panic. One breath, one soft return, one clean signal. My calm energy welcomes miracles. My peaceful heart becomes magnetic to good. I do less from fear and receive more through trust. There is a hidden message inside every feeling. Worry says, "I do not feel safe yet." Anger says, "Something in me feels hurt or unheard." Jealousy says, "I am afraid there is not enough for me." Sadness says, "I am carrying something that needs tenderness." Fear says, "I need comfort before I can open." These feelings are not enemies. They are messages. When you listen with love, you stop fighting yourself. And when you stop fighting yourself, your energy begins to settle. Many people try to cover fear with positive words. They say, "I am fine," when they are not fine. They say, "I believe," while their body is shaking inside. They say, "I am happy," while their heart is heavy. But the universe does not ask you to pretend. Pretending creates pressure. Honesty creates space. You do not need to fake peace. You can begin by telling the truth with love. I feel afraid, and I am willing to be held. I feel unsure, and I am willing to trust one step. I feel tired, and I am willing to receive rest. This is a real affirmation. It does not deny your feeling. It guides your feeling toward love. It says, yes, this is what I feel, and I'm not going to abandon myself inside it. That kind of honesty makes your energy clear. You are no longer trying to paint over fear. You are bringing fear into the light where it can soften. Control says, I need proof before I can relax. Blessing says, relax, and you will become able to notice proof. Control says, I must hold everything together. Blessing says, open your hands. I am trying to enter. Control says, I cannot trust what I cannot see. Blessing says, trust begins before sight. These two voices may live inside you. The voice of control has reasons. It remembers disappointment. It remembers times when you felt alone. It remembers moments when life changed without warning. So it tries to protect you by holding tighter. Do not hate that voice. Speak to it gently. Say, I understand why you are afraid. But we are learning a new way now. We are learning that control is not the same as safety. We are learning that peace can protect us too. This is not about pretending to be happy. It is about returning to truth. The truth is that you are not alone in life. The truth is that your thoughts have creative power. The truth is that your body responds to love. The truth is that calm energy makes you available to guidance. The truth is that when you stop shaking every door from fear, you can finally notice which one is opening. There is a simple practice for this. When you feel yourself pushing, stop for a moment. Place your attention on your breath. Let your shoulders drop. Ask yourself, what energy am I sending right now? Am I sending fear, lack, pressure, anger, or trust? Again, do not judge the answer. Just notice. Awareness itself begins the shift. If the energy is fear, say, I choose calm energy now. If the energy is lack, say, I am open to more good than I can see. If the energy is pressure, say, I do not have to force life today. If the energy is anger, say, I can care for my heart with love. If the energy is trust, say, thank you, and let it grow. I choose calm energy. I choose honest trust. I choose the feeling of being supported. My dear, your energy is not made clean by perfection. It is made clean by return. Every time you return to love, your signal becomes clearer. Every time you return to peace, your body learns. Every time you return to trust, life has more space to move through you. You may return many times in one day. That does not mean you are failing. That means you are practicing. The old way says, I must stay positive all the time, or nothing good will happen. The new way says, I can be honest, gentle, and willing, and that is enough to begin. The old way says, if I feel fear, I have ruined everything. The new way says fear is only a feeling passing through. I can guide myself back to love. The old way says I need to control the outside to feel safe. The new way says I create safety inside, and then I take the next step with peace. Breathe, return, begin again. Your effort becomes powerful when your energy is clear. A simple action taken from peace can open more than 100 actions taken from panic. One honest conversation can do more than days of overthinking. One rested decision can do more than weeks of pushing. One quiet yes from the heart can change the direction of your life. This is why forcing is so tiring. You are not only doing the action, you are carrying fear while doing it. You are not only making the plan, you are also carrying the thought that you are alone. You are not only waiting, you are also carrying the belief that waiting means danger. That is heavy. No wonder your spirit feels tired. It is not the dream that is too heavy. It is the fear around the dream. Let the fear loosen. Let the dream breathe. Let your energy become kind. When you speak to life from calm, you are not begging, you are declaring. When you affirm from peace, you are not forcing, you are aligning. When you act from trust, you are not chasing, you are cooperating. This is the energy that opens the way. It does not shout, it does not grip, it does not demand. It knows that what belongs to you can meet you without breaking you. And when the old habit returns, when you find yourself trying too hard again, do not make it a problem. Just notice and come back. Say, I see that I am forcing. I choose to soften. I see that I am chasing. I choose to return. I see that I am afraid. I choose to comfort myself. This is not a punishment. This is a practice. Before we close this journey, there is one final block to release: the fear of actually receiving what you asked for. Because sometimes the heart asks for good, and when good comes close, old fear says, can I really have this? Can I really keep this? Is it safe to be blessed? That is where we go now. We bring love to the part of you that still feels guilty, afraid, or unsure about receiving. You are allowed to receive good without guilt. You are allowed to be blessed without explaining why you deserve it. You are allowed to have ease after hard seasons. You are allowed to be supported, loved, helped, paid, chosen, guided, and held by life. Your good does not steal from anyone else. Your blessing does not make another person poor. Your peace does not take peace away from the world. When you receive with love, you become part of the flow of life. Look gently toward your own reflection if you can, or imagine your face with kindness, not with criticism, not with judgment, with kindness. See the person who has tried so hard. See the person who has carried so much. See the person who has wanted to be enough, do enough, give enough, and prove enough. Now speak to that person softly. You are worthy of ease. You are worthy of support. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of a life that feels kind to you. Receiving may feel strange when struggle has been your habit. If you have spent years surviving, peace may feel unfamiliar. If you have spent years being the strong one, help may feel uncomfortable. If you have spent years expecting disappointment, a good thing may make you nervous. You may look at a blessing and wonder when it will leave. You may receive kindness and search for the hidden cost. You may receive money and fear losing it. You may receive love and feel scared it will change. My dear, this does not mean you are unworthy. It means your heart is learning safety in a new way. Worthy. Enough. Now. There is often a quiet fear behind receiving. The fear says, if I let this in, I may lose it. If I enjoy this, something bad may happen. If I accept this good, people may judge me. If I become happy, I may not know how to stay safe. These fears may not be loud, but they can close the door. They can make you reject what you prayed for. They can make you shrink when life is trying to expand you. So we bring love here. We do not force the fear away. We speak to it. We say, I know you are trying to protect me. I know you remember pain, but good is allowed to stay. Love is allowed to be safe. Ease is allowed to be real. I do not have to suffer to keep my blessings. I do not have to feel guilty for receiving what life is willing to give. I do not reject my good anymore. I let blessings feel safe in my life. I am worthy without struggle. Let this next truth reach the part of you that still feels unworthy. You were never made more valuable by pain. Pain may have taught you things. It may have made you kinder, deeper, wiser, and more awake. But pain did not create your worth. Your worth was already there, before the struggle, before the mistakes, before the closed doors, before the years you wish had been different. Your worth was not waiting for you to become perfect. You are worthy now while you are still learning. You are worthy now while your heart is still tender. You are worthy now while you still have questions. You are worthy now, even if you have been afraid, even if you have doubted, even if you have rejected good before. Life is not asking you to become me flawless before it can bless you. Life is asking you to open. Lack says, there is not enough for me. Abundance says, life has many ways to bless you. Lack says, I should not ask for more. Abundance says, receiving more allows you to give from overflow. Lack says, good things happen to other people. Abundance says, you are part of life too. The voice of lack may sound very serious. It may say, be realistic. Do not expect too much. Do not ask for more. Do not trust ease. But many times, lack is not truth. It is old fear. It is a memory. It is a habit of looking at life through a small window. Abundance does not mean you deny reality. It means you stop making fear your only reality. It means you allow new ways, new help, new doors, new answers, and new support. Think of the dim screen light on your face when you are awake at night thinking about your life. The room is quiet. The world feels far away. Your mind moves through old worries: money, love, health, work, time, the future. You may scroll, search, compare, or wait for something to make you feel safe. But in that quiet hour, what your heart needs most is not more fear. It needs truth. It needs kindness. It needs to hear that good is still possible, even now. So speak to yourself in that moment, not harshly, not with pressure. Softly, I am safe to receive good. I am safe to let life help me. I am safe to believe that more is possible. Write 3 lines when you can. I am worthy of good. I am safe with good. I allow good to stay. Do not write them as empty words. Write them like you are teaching your own heart a new language. Let the hand move slowly. Let the body hear the words. Let the mind see them on the page. Sometimes writing makes the truth feel more real because it gives your inner world a shape. I am worthy of good. I am safe with good. I allow good to stay. These are simple lines, but they can open deep places. They speak to the guilt. They speak to the doubt. They speak to the old fear that says good will leave. They remind your life that receiving is not dangerous. Blessing is not wrong. Ease is not selfish. Support is not shameful. You may have been taught to feel proud of being exhausted. You may have been praised only when you carried too much. You may have learned that being needed was the same as being loved. But love does not require you to disappear. Love does not require you to be empty. Life is not honored by your burnout. The universe does not smile because you refuse every gift. You are allowed to be a person who receives. You are allowed to receive rest. You are allowed to receive help. You are allowed to receive money. You are allowed to receive love. You are allowed to receive peace. And when you receive, you are not taking too much. You are letting the flow move through you. A cup that is filled can pour. A heart that is nourished can love more freely. A body that is rested can serve with joy. A mind that feels safe can create with clarity. Your receiving can bless others because it ends the pattern of giving from emptiness. Let this become a new mirror inside you. Instead of looking at yourself and seeing lack, begin to see someone life can bless. Instead of seeing someone who must prove, see someone who can open. Instead of seeing someone who is behind, see someone being prepared. Instead of seeing someone who has failed, see someone who is learning how to live from love instead of fear. The mirror of life often reflects what you believe you are allowed to have. If you believe you are only allowed crumbs, you may keep choosing crumbs. If you believe love must hurt, you may keep calling hurt love. If you believe money must be hard, ease may feel wrong. If you believe peace must be earned, you may push it away when it comes freely. But beliefs can change. The mirror can change. The reflection can soften. I am willing to see myself as worthy. I am willing to let good come closer. I am willing to receive without fear. You do not have to become greedy to receive. You do not have to become selfish to receive. You do not have to become careless to receive. You can receive with grace. You can receive with thankfulness. You can receive with open hands and a humble heart. You can say thank you and let the good stay. You can let someone help you without immediately trying to repay from guilt. You can let life bless you without shrinking. My dear, one of the kindest things you can do for yourself is to stop arguing with your good. When love comes, do not list every reason you are hard to love. When money comes, do not speak fear over it before it has settled. When rest comes, do not call yourself lazy. When joy comes, do not punish it by expecting pain. When peace comes, do not search for danger just to feel familiar. Let good be good. Let help be help. Let love be love. Let ease be ease. You have fought long enough. You have carried enough. You have tried so hard to earn a place in a life that already includes you. Now let yourself be included in your own kindness. Let yourself be part of the good you wish for everyone else. Let yourself receive the kind of life you would bless another person for having. This is not about having everything at once. It is about no longer rejecting the good that comes. It is about opening the hand. It is about softening the heart. It is about saying, I may still be learning, but I am willing to let life be kinder to me than the past was. And now, with guilt softened, fear heard, and doubt gently answered, we return to the title promise. Stop forcing. Stop chasing. Stop trying so hard. Become calm enough, open enough, and willing enough to watch life bring what belongs to you in the way your soul can finally hold. Now, my dear, place your hand over your heart again, just as you did at the beginning. Feel the quiet heaviness of your body finally resting after carrying too much. Feel how far you have traveled inside yourself. You began with tired hands. You began with the pressure to force. You began with the old belief that if you did not try harder, push harder, and hold tighter, life might forget you. But now something in you knows a softer truth. You can stop trying so hard. You can breathe. You can let life help. The universe does not need your panic to bring you what is yours. It does not need your fear. It does not need you to break your peace to prove that you care. Life can meet you in calm. Life can guide you through peace. Life can bring your good through open doors, quiet signs, loving people, new ideas, better timing, and gentle turns you could not have planned. You have softened the body. You have listened to the mind. You have opened the hands. You have trusted the unseen. You have stopped chasing what is already yours. You have allowed yourself to become open and receptive. You have honored divine timing. You have cleaned the energy behind your effort. You have spoken to the guilt, fear, and doubt that once blocked your receiving. And now you stand in a new place, not perfect, not finished, but open. Imagine yourself standing beside a calm river. The water is clear and steady. It does not rush in fear. It does not stop in doubt. It simply flows. The river knows where it is going. It does not ask every stone for permission. It does not fight every bend. It moves with quiet trust, carrying light on its surface. This river is the flow of life. It has always been moving, even when you felt stuck. It has always known the way, even when your mind could not see the road. It has always been near, even when you thought you had to carry everything alone. Now imagine that in your hands you are holding the weight of trying too hard. Maybe it looks like a stone. Maybe it feels like a tight rope. Maybe it is a bundle of old thoughts. The need to control, the fear of being late, the worry that you are not enough, the habit of chasing, the guilt around receiving, the pressure to prove your worth. You do not have to carry these in the same way anymore. Rest. Receive. It is safe. One by one, place them into the river. Let the need to control touch the water. Let the fear of delay touch the water. Let the old guilt touch the water. Let the belief that life only blesses you through struggle touch the water. Watch them soften. Watch them loosen. Watch the river carry them away, not as punishment, but as release. You are not losing anything real. You are releasing what kept your hands too full to receive. I let life help me. I let love reach me. I let good find me. I let the universe bring what is mine. Feel your hands now, lighter, more open, more ready. You do not need to know every detail of how your good will come. You do not need to decide the exact road. You do not need to foresee every person, every door, every moment, and every answer into the shape your fear prefers. You can let life surprise you. You can let the universe bring you everything in ways that are kind, wise, and right for your soul. This does not mean you never act again. It means your action becomes clean. It means you move when peace moves you. You speak when love guides you. You choose when your inner voice is steady. You wait when waiting feels wise. You leave what drains you. You welcome what nourishes you. You stop making every choice from fear. You become a partner with life. You stop dragging the river. You let the river carry you. The old way was force. The new way is flow. The old way was panic. The new way is trust. The old way was chasing. The new way is receiving. The old way was proving. The new way is knowing. Knowing that you are loved. Knowing that you are guided. Knowing that what is truly for you can come without asking you to abandon yourself. Say softly, I stop trying so hard. I trust life to bring me what is mine. My heart is open and my good is welcome here. Let these words settle deeply. Let them become a soft home inside you. Let them teach your body that peace is safe. Let them teach your mind that it does not have to solve everything. Let them teach your heart that good can arrive without struggle. My dear, the universe can bring you everything that belongs to your path. Not always in the way the small mind demands. Not always on the day fear chooses. Not always through the person, plan, or road you expected. But in the way that is true, in the way that is aligned, in the way that helps you grow without destroying your peace. Sometimes everything begins with one small change inside you. One moment where you stop gripping. One breath where you choose trust. One day where you do not chase. One kind word spoken to your own reflection. One open hand. One honest prayer. One gentle yes. Do not think these small things are nothing. These are the moments where the inner door opens. These are the moments where your energy changes. These are the moments where life says, now there is room. Room for peace, room for love, room for help, room for money, room for healing, room for the good you once thought you had to force. If this reached you at the right time, right, I am ready to receive. Let it be your gentle yes to life. Let it be a promise to your own heart. Let it be a line in the sand between the old way and the new way. The old way said, I must fight for every blessing. The new way says, I am open to being blessed in peace. I am ready to receive. I am ready to trust. I am ready to let life be kind. Now imagine the river again. It is still flowing. You are not standing against it anymore. You are not trying to stop it, push it, speed it, or control every turn. You step into it with trust. The water is calm around you. It supports you. It carries you. It moves you forward in a way that feels gentle and sure. You do not have to swim with fear. You do not have to fight the current. You do not have to look back every second to see what you released. Let it go. Let the river carry what is no longer yours. Let your hands stay open for what is coming. The more you trust, the more you notice support. The more you soften, the more you feel guided. The more you open, the more you receive. The more you stop trying so hard, the more you begin to see that life was never asking you to suffer your way into blessings. It was asking you to align. It was asking you to listen. It was asking you to believe that you are worthy of good that comes with peace. So now, as this time together comes to a close, take one more gentle breath and let your heart understand what your mind may still be learning. You do not have to force what is meant for you. You do not have to chase your good across the world. You do not have to live with tight hands, a tight chest, and a tired spirit just to prove that you deserve a beautiful life. You are allowed to stop trying so hard. You are allowed to trust the quiet work of life. You are allowed to receive. Everything you have heard is a return to one simple truth. Life can help you when you make space for help. The universe can move when you stop blocking every doorway with fear. Your good can come closer when you stop pushing it away with doubt. Peace can rise when you stop making panic your plan. You have learned that effort is not the enemy, but fear effort drains the soul. You have learned that the body must feel safe before receiving feels natural. You have learned that the unseen season is not empty. You have learned that what belongs to you does not require desperate chasing. You have learned that openness is a practice. You have learned that divine timing is not punishment. You have learned that energy speaks. You have learned that receiving is not selfish. And now you can carry these truths into your life, not as hard rules, but as gentle reminders. When you feel yourself forcing, breathe. When you feel yourself chasing, return. When you feel yourself doubting, open your hands. When you feel yourself afraid to receive, place one hand on your heart and say, I am safe with good. This is the new path, simple, soft, strong. You do not need to become a different person to begin. You only need to become a little kinder to the person you already are. You only need to notice when fear takes over and lovingly come back. You only need to let the next breath be easier than the last one. You only need to give life a little room to surprise you. The blessing may come as peace first. It may come as a new thought. It may come as a closed door that protects you. It may come as an open door you did not expect. It may come as rest. It may come as courage. It may come as money, love, healing, support, or a quiet sign that tells you, keep going, you are not alone. Do not decide too quickly what your good must look like. Let life be creative. Let the universe use ways your mind has not planned. Let good come through simple places. Let help come through gentle hands. Let timing be wiser than fear. Let love find you without you running after it. Let abundance meet you without guilt. Let peace become your natural home. Say this softly, as if you are speaking directly to your own soul. I no longer force my life from fear. I move with peace. I trust what is mine to find me. I am open, ready, and safe to receive. Feel the calm in those words. Feel the door opening. Feel the river moving. Feel the weight leaving your hands. You do not have to know everything tonight. You do not have to solve everything today. You do not have to become perfectly trusting all at once. Just begin here. One breath, one open hand, one softer thought, one peaceful step. And as you continue forward, remember this: the universe does not forget an open heart. Life knows how to find you. Good knows how to reach you. Love knows your name. Your path knows the way. So stop trying so hard, my dear, and watch the universe bring you everything in the way your soul can finally hold. My good is here and more is coming.